Morning, guys. We've got a customer dog out this morning. It's called Aces. I was calling him Ace, and then the customer corrected me and said, it's Aces, and that's an important name to me, which is her right. And so I had to, but being the same syllables is not that big of a deal, but at the same time, make sure you communicate. So I know, because I was saying it wrong, and she didn't want to hurt my feelings or get into it with me. I guess she didn't say nothing until a few weeks went by, and then she said something. He's been here about a week and a half, 2 weeks. He'll be going home soon. He's been a challenge. This is a good example of something that happens when you raise a dog and you don't know what you're doing, which is a lot of people. It's not their fault. And most people don't do what they should do. They should go to a trainer right when the dog's a puppy and learn about imprinting and work on that, all that development time period, and make sure they're doing things right so they don't miss that critical development period, because that's going to be with the dog for the life of the animal, right? So having a large dog like this, if you had a Cane Corso, large breed dogs, it could happen to those dogs as well. Neapolitan Mastiff, I've had one of those guys in. What they do is, at a very natural thing for them, is they have all that body size, and they end up having a little bit of insecurity when they're puppies. And as they're growing up, they lock up. They just all of a sudden just don't want to go anywhere, and they're insecure about something. And then they start to learn that behavior works for them. And they'll start locking up, and you can't even walk them or go anywhere. Anytime they're have an issue as far as something that's coming at them, which with those breeds, a lot of times they'll be they're just a different breeds altogether. So you got to work a lot on getting them to have confidence and building that confidence and doing that with the animal. So you're going to have times that happens. Well, this customer had this big old flat collar you see here on the dog, and she was letting the dog just shut down, and she couldn't do anything about it. After a while, he got so big at 9 months of age, she had a hell of a time, but she had conditioned the dog to shut down, okay? So we put the pinch collar, and now the rule is you don't have that option. You don't have the option to shut down. We're going to go somewhere whether you like it or not at 9 months of age. I've had to put some pressure on him. I don't really like doing that, but at the same time, there's really no easy answer. You're okay, good boy, you're okay. What is that, huh? What is that? So we're addressing it now. We're getting through it, and we will get through it. And he's going to be a fine dog. It'll work out fine. But in a nutshell, that goes into relationship, because the dog's learning that he can make a choice and do what he wants to do versus you. And you're not building on drives and motivations that you create a whole different monster. Okay. And when you see Buddy and you see my other dogs, they've been imprinted into that ball, into the food, and they've got drive to go into those things. And you've basically conditioned the dog to learn. And when you miss that, it's not a good thing. So get to a trainer, and do it when they're young, so you get to learn and you get to grow with your puppy and build your relationship with that animal. It's important. So I'll go ahead and let you guys go. As usual, I'm just starting my day doing my potty walk. We've got the electrician coming out today for the lights. We're going to finish that project, and then we will have lights on the field in this desert. It gets pretty hot. That being the case, lights are a godsend, because now we can start coming out here at night and working. So once those are in, and as time goes along, we're trying to see if we can get some group classes and some maybe even rent out the field, that kind of thing, for events. We've got all the space we need, and the location's excellent for that. We've got all kinds of parking. We got everything we need. If we had to have an event up here, somebody doing a trial and needs a location, keep it in mind. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.